Yo, what's good? We back, and that was Bishop, repping Wave Runners. Y'all heard the interview I had with Bishop a few weeks back. He's doing big things with the Wave Runners crew. Check out his music on the Reverb. That's Bishop. Also, you can hit him up on the Facebook at Savante Bishop. And if you have trouble again doing that, hit me up at FUEGO Beats on Facebook, Mr. FUEGO Beats on Twitter, and you can hit Jay up at what's your information again?
Jessica Queen Rodriguez on Facebook and Queen_the_black.
Oh, I'm not gonna remember. I'm not gonna remember that at all. Every
That's
time
okay.
I ask you,
That's all right.
I honestly, all I do is type in J when I want to hit you up, and then I'm like, okay, that's her, and you come up on the first list. But that's what's up right there. So we in discussion talking about if your son asks you, can he wear a dress? What would you do? Would you slap him in the face like I might? Let me stop. I'm just joking. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't go violence and I wouldn't go crazy because I could screw a kid up also. But the thing that I was getting back to, it wasn't really a question, but it was like the girl that was really defending the fact of them wearing a dress and cool, like, she's cool with that for many reasons. I looked at the situation, I looked at it, I checked out profiles and all that, and I realized you have no kids. So we a lot different. We might answer this question a lot different if we did not have a son, or if we did not have kids. It might be a little different. You would say that, you would say something different. I probably wouldn't. I would still stick on hell no, because that's just the way I am with that. But this whole, they could be an individual and all, like, I mean.
Well, okay, the person who had made this statement was a woman with no children?
Yes.
I mean, but you have to understand, too, Fuego, you are a man. So your perception of what a man is supposed to be or look like or do is from a man's point of view. And a woman, and especially a woman with no children, she don't really know what's going on. Because let's be honest, before you had children, you only knew but so much about children.
Exactly.
That's just the way it goes. So, I mean, you really can't speak on something like that when you don't have them. But when you do want to go on ahead and try to talk about individuality, maybe she's gay. Maybe that's why she doesn't have any kids.
But that's
maybe that's why she's okay with it.
And that's the thing, like, one of the people that was speaking about it is actually, he's a man, but he's gay. And he was speaking about it. And, he was one of the ones that was saying that, let them be an individual, this, that, and the other. Now, my thing is that's fine. I don't care about your preference. The thing that I hate, though, these days is that you got a fashion gay person. Just like they used to call people fashion dreads, the rosters. You know what I'm saying? You do it because it's the fad. And then 2 years later, I'm seeing you with a girl and you talking about you getting married. Now, I thought you was gay. There's no way. You could be bi, that's fine. But when you say you're strictly gay that means you have an attraction. That's what you do. So when you flip back, and I know women that did the same thing. Now, I've seen women do it more so than men. But, and I have no problem with what you choose to do. I don't care. I'm just saying that when you're talking about individual, this is an individual, you should let your kid express they're not going to want to express themselves. So just because I say you can't wear a dress, so what if the next thing he asks is, can I wear a tampon? Can I change my nose? Can I cut off my private? What if it goes on from there? Because he wants to be an individual. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, but you have to understand too. And take this into consideration. If you tell him no and he does it anyway, how are you going to feel?
I'm gonna get heated.
If he comes to you, like if he comes to you and says, "Daddy, I want to wear a dress," and you're like, "Fuck no." I'm sorry, am I allowed to cuss?
Oh, I don't care. You already did. It's okay.
Okay, I was trying to keep it, but, I'm just kind of envisioning this conversation.
Nah, you all right.
Hell no, you're not going out the house like that. You're not going to get one, and I'm not going to buy you one. I had a gay friend, and he used to wear all of my clothes. And he wouldn't do it in his house because his grandma was a diehard Southern Christian woman. That gay shit is not, she doesn't even, She didn't even recognize it. Like, it got to a point where they, in their minds, had to think that me and him, like, they kind of programmed themselves to believe that me and him were boyfriend and girlfriend.
I've got to tell you something off the phone because I know people listen that might get offended. So I got to tell you this because you just reminded me about this. But go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, but so they would convince themselves of what our relationship was because they would find my clothes at his house. I know you guys are sleeping together. Okay, first of all, we're too young to be doing it. Well, I'm too young to be. I waited a while. I'm too young to be having sex. If you didn't know that your son and grandson was gay, then there's something seriously wrong with you.
But that's what I'm trying to say. Like, it don't even have to be that he's gay or nothing like that. Don't have to be that. But I mean, the point no. I'm talking about if your son asks you that. The thing I'm trying to say is like, it's like when you tell a little girl if she's wearing a dress, don't roll in the mud like those boys. That's just what I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm just saying that's what it is. That we are different. Men and women are different. You know what I mean? And that's just what it is. We can do a lot of stuff. Women is just as strong as guys. I've seen girls beat down dudes. All of that. So that doesn't mean that they're weaker or anything. But in certain things they are. In certain things like a man's mind, we are weaker with our mind a lot of times. Now, not every time. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of us men are not as swift in the mind as women. We're not as crafty. Yeah. We can't be like women with that. So that's where we're weak. You know what I mean? But when you
I've met some tough women. You know, like, huh?
No, go ahead. I said go ahead.
Oh, no, I was saying, you know how you said the wife was just, helping on no, period, point blank. And I don't. The whole individuality thing and the whole asking and just the whole topic in general is one of those things where it needs to be explained, especially depending on the age group, in a way that they can understand that can really make their life more difficult than what it is. Let's be honest, being a teenager is a pain in the ass within itself.
Exactly.
So that's what you want to do with your teenage boy wearing a dress.
But see, and my wife and them went on. I'm like, making this short because, it went on for, a minute. It went on and the conversations were real big. I wish I had that person at that time on so I could have chimed in and would have been able to tell you more, but I was kind of reading over the shoulder type thing. But basically, that's one of those things that I cannot do that if my son says, that to me. I cannot just be mean and rude. I can't do that. It's just like anything. If he asked me anything that was stupid, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to call that stupid. But if
it's not it's the innocent ignorance. That's how I say. Children, they have an innocent ignorance because they don't know because they just don't know.
If you sit down, if you do that, and that's what, like I said, anything. If you're one of those parents, like I am trying my best to be, that my son could come to me and say, hey, Dad, I really, have a problem with this. And they're able to talk to me and tell me, I can explain in a calm voice that they're not going to go through what your homeboy did with his grandparents. They're not going to go through that because I'm just like, don't bring that in my face. Don't, because I know people in my family that said, and I'll say it, I got to say it. And I know I don't care. I'm not calling nobody out. But they told me if I marry a Mexican, don't talk to them again. And I married a Mexican. Now, at that, I did that. And they still talk to me and everything. But sometimes people are ignorant that hard body. They that hard that they're like, you gay? That's it. Get away from me. I hate you. I don't want you in my family. There's a lot like that. But I think as the years are going on with the younger generation, we're getting better at that. It's more the older ones. But I can't say I would be like that. Again, I have people that I didn't even know they were gay. And that's what I kind of like that, when I don't know that you're like this, it's fine. I don't care if you might be like that. You might just be, feminine like, you know what I'm saying? That might be you. Yeah. I know dudes that have families that are feminine like. It don't necessarily mean that they're gay, but they just more feminine. Yeah. I mean, they clean, most men are not getting, pedicures and stuff unless you're Diddy or one of those stars like that. And I'm not saying that that's, gay or nothing like that. I'm just saying that might be a
but
little
it's just more
feminine.
feminine than what you guys would usually do as far as just clipping your nails and going about your business.
And
washing hands,
and that's it. And not putting lotion on. No, I'm sorry. I'm just joking. but the thing I'm saying is that if you come, the whole individuality thing, I don't think that I'm taking away from my child's individuality by telling him he cannot do this. Because again, I said it's a different thing, but I know how I was as a kid. And if you let me do one thing, then I seen if I could do something else. Then I seen if I could do something. And when you took that away from me, when it got to the highest thing, I'm like, but you let me do all this. And then there's a big argument. And I didn't understand why they not letting me do this thing, because they let me do everything else. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I was like, I'm not saying take all of that, but you have to explain to them as it comes up what is extreme and what is not extreme. Extreme would be painting the wall like graffiti on your principal's door. That's individuality, but is that against the law? It's not. You could, it's not. You're not supposed to do that. So it's different than you just saying, I'm gonna spray paint my room wall. You know what I'm saying? For my individuality, or I'm gonna wear these tie-dye colors because I'm a hippie. You know what I'm saying? That's totally different than going. And like I said, if you're wearing a dress, and I know people that are straight that wore, like the gothic, that wore skirts and black lipstick and painted nail polish. Yeah. They're not gay, but they were treated differently, and you got to conform sometimes. Then when you get to the point of power, like I know I'm gonna make people mad, but like Obama, he's at he had to conform. Now he can make a change once he gets up in there. And that's what I always tell everybody. You got to conform to a certain degree with what society does want. You got to. At work, if you're a lawyer, a professional, and you work for somebody's law firm, and they say you can't have hair as a man below your ears and no facial piercings, you can't have that. Once you own that firm, you could come through with freaking spiked hair that's gold, yellow, and blue if you want to, because you run that. So it's just like all that individuality. I feel like that's more. I guess as every individual case is different. You know what I'm saying?
It is, and everybody's going to express it differently. You know what I'm saying? Like you have brothers, right? Yeah. You and your brother are different. There's things that he does that you don't, and vice versa. That makes you guys your own individuals in the same household. So individuality can be something minor. It could be something major to something extreme. I think it should be embraced. Mm-hmm. But depending on what it is and how old they are, the level of understanding, that's my big point. Mm-hmm. My son comes to me 15 and tells me, Mom, I want to wear a dress. Okay, why? That's my whole thing. I want to know everything about the situation. That's just me. Not to say I'm going to tell him, no, don't get, because I'm very open about things. I'm very realistic. These are your consequences. Let's lay out the pros and the cons on what's going to happen. Mm-hmm. Where are you trying to wear this dress to? It's a lot of things. So, it would be, you tell your son at 15, no, you can't wear a dress. And then he shows up to his 18th birthday party. All the fam is there in a dress because he's 18. And you can't tell him shit because he's grown. Everybody was grown at 18. We all did it, something. Yes. Maybe not something like that, but it was something. So that way we could tell our parents, I'm grown. You can't tell me what to do. I'm 18, I am legal.
Yeah, you're right. And it's one of those things that I compare this, and maybe it's, my comparisons might be too wrong or whatever, but I compare this to like when my fam, they would tell me, hey, yo, you shouldn't be rocking that rag right there because they might think you in the gang or something like that. At the time, of course, you're right. Nobody explained to me what you mean by that. When I started to grow up and seen when some cats was like, hey, what's good, cuz? And I'm like, well, I'm not cuz. You know what I'm saying? That's not me. That's not what I do. Because now I know that's a South thing, so I had to know that when I, VA, they use cuz for that, and not for the reason I thought they did. But anyway, what I was saying is that now I understand that it's just one of those things that if you're wearing that uniform, like I said about the whole looking like a prostitute, and somebody approaches you like that, the key thing is you can do whatever you choose to do, but don't get mad or anything. Don't have a comment if somebody has a comment about what you're doing. Because as I told
angry
people,
because you walking around half naked. I mean, you're gonna with the tension, it's gonna come good and bad. It's
and
going
you
to
know,
be,
and the
it's gonna
thing
be
is, you
good and
know
bad.
it, and you know it. And you know it because you live in this world as well as me. You know you're going to get the attention. And then, I know, like I said, I know girls that be like, why is that dude looking at me? I go, what you think? Look at your top.
Yeah.
You got 49 Fs. And you wearing that little top as if you got A's. And you asking why he's looking. Why? And I used to get on my homegirls for that. I'd be like, yo, what are you talking about? You look how you look. Why do they keep looking at me like that? Maybe because you're wearing sunglasses and it's nighttime. That's why they're looking at you like you're out this nuts. Why are you rocking? I had dudes. Why is this cop looking at me and questioning me? It's 75 degrees and you got an Averex jacket on. And where I come from, when you have that on, that means you have a gun on you. And that's when you're trying to conceal that gun. See, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, don't get mad when you gotta know. And you got to teach your children the world. That's all. That's bottom line. You got to teach your kids the world.
They're children. You have to explain everything to them.
Exactly.
I feel like children deserve to know the truth. No matter, okay, how many people do we know? Where did babies come from? Storks bring them, or some crazy dumb story.
Storks.
You need to tell them because, like I said before, children are smarter, younger.
Yeah.
You don't tell them. Your kids is going to come home from school. Man, ain't no bird bringing no babies. You and daddy had sex. And then you got pregnant after he came inside of you. You're like, whoa. I don't hear them details. I know what happened. I was there. How the hell do you know? Oh, well, the kids at school told me.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I mean, if you're going to lie to your kids, if you're going to lie to your kids young, then you're going to lie to them forever in their eyes. So why not just tell them the truth the first time around? That eliminates a lot of the why questions later.
That's what's up. Yo, but go ahead. What'd you say?
I said honesty is definitely a big thing.
No doubt. So, we're gonna go to a track. I think we're gonna just let everybody comment on what we saying. If you disagree, if you agree, hit up the youtube.com/Mr. Fuego Beats, or hit up Jay. You know what I'm saying? And anybody else that's affiliated with us, you can hit up about it. And y'all could beef and you can curse me out and say, Fuego, you're an idiot. I hate you. You can do whatever you want. Because every time you contact me, that's a good look for me. So that's what's up. But we're going to go to a track and be back.
Shout out to the legends. L, DMX, Red Meth. Yeah. Are y'all ready? Y'all ready? Yeah. Okay. Hey everybody, people, how you doing? Name Josiah, one half of the movement. Came from the sewers and rose on some new shit. Yeah, I'm a nice guy, but flow so vicious. Straight off the benches, lost all my senses, lost all my patience with all this waiting. So I went raving, created my pavement. Hits of a block, and we good like Megan. Forget the mention, I am the president. Create a murder scene, then leave with some evidence. Spit a 16 like a veteran, I murdered him. Rookie of the year, yeah, nigga, Blake Griffin them. Yeah, I ended them, they sweet like cinnamon. Why race one when you could race all 10 of them? Dressed like Venom, black and yellow, not a piss fan, just killing them in every level. Never settle for metal when you got a 16 that'll cool off the devil. I'm a bad mark, can you see the traction? Never was cocky with the flow, it just happened. Nah, he was ransom, told me switch the style up. Aim for the sky, now watch the haters pile up. Soul survivor, so I can never ever sell out. Y'all Titanic with the flow, y'all bell out. Why just bell out? What's word just spread out? That y'all can't deliver, y'all can't even mail out. While I mail out with a quick package. Tick, tick, boom, no ad-lib. Blah. I Just close the door to the booth, now I'm going in. And just probably thinking, nigga, here we go again. When you hear my voice, you know it's a threat. Vocals hit the track and the beat get impressed. You wanna battle? Go. I ain't tripping. Was a little rusty, but your ass now I'm itching. Who write your rhymes for you, nigga? Cause they worthless. I got plenty verses that you should probably purchase. When I ghost write, you know who's better. For a 16, I should charge by the letter. We can put money on it, but you always underbet. Backing out your deal, and I ain't set a number yet. You can hit them all, buy about 100 vests, but compared to me, you still look underdressed. The type of artist that many can't rank, cause I make them see pictures that Picasso can't paint. I'm on the beach when your record sales plummet. I'm tanning, my abs are like Leonidas' stomach. I carry different money round every time I reload, so even my bathwater is San Pellegrino. Talking about coke, how you got it by the kilo. I seen your account, there's nothing in it, zero. Paparazzis love me trying to catch you when I fly. I'm going to Dubai, bye. You're probably getting high, spending all your money for you die. I couldn't even do it if I tried. Pastors love me every time I arrive, cause they know I take a church out of debt when I tithe. Every single day, it's NBA Live. Wipe my nuts with a 20, what I do with the 5? I do it big and buy me a gold vault and raise the bar, nigga.